I'm Robin, and welcome back to All Time Conspiracies. Today we'll be looking at the mysterious regime that countless conspiracies foretell will come to conquer the world. You've seen it printed on the dollar bill, you've heard politicians talk about it no end. This is the New World Order Declassified. For conspiracy theorists, the New World Order refers to the theoretical establishment of a totalitarian global government. The term New World Order was coined by US President Woodrow Wilson after the First World War. Now, when Wilson said it, he was referring to the new League of Nations and its aim to establish global peace through international cooperation. But since then, the phrase has been used to describe shifts in the global balance of power. For example, Russian Premier Mikhail Gorbachev used it when referring to the end of the Cold War, and President George H.W. Bush famously used it when he was talking about the purpose of American military action in the Gulf. Now, the term is notably ambiguous. It appears in Latin on the Great Seal of the United States, reading Novus Ordo Seclorum. The seal was designed in 1782, and the phrase comes from a poem by Virgil. Properly translated, it actually means a new order for the ages. The designer said it was meant to refer to the beginning of a new era for America. But to conspiracy theorists, it means something else. They believe the New World Order comprises a global elite of financiers, oil barons, royal families, Western world leaders, and pharmaceutical companies. It also includes international organizations like NATO, the UN, and the World Bank. Their secret headquarters is rumored to be underneath Denver International Airport. The clues are in the bizarre artworks that dominate the site. Some claim the New World Order was first prophesied in the Bible. Revelation 17:12 is known as the 10 Kings prophecy. It reads, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdoms as of yet, but will receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast." This verse is interpreted to mean the world will be run by a secret elite group. It is used by conspiracy theorists like David Icke as proof that the New World Order is a real phenomenon. According to Icke, the establishment of a New World Order begins with a constructed problem, which is usually political in nature. For example, by training, mobilizing, and financing an opposition faction to existing government, societies fracture, and the relationship between the government and its people breaks down. The conflict becomes a problem that requires an international response. This situation can be exploited. Military groups like the United Nations Peacekeepers or NATO coalition forces are sent in to solve the problem, but these are in fact a cover to install the New World Order, and they rarely leave a troubled territory once they're there. This shifts and consolidates new power in troubled regions. According to this view, any unifying political body, be it the European Union or the theoretical North American Union, is apparently just one step on the way to a global government. Proponents argue that the New World Order renders elections and the democratic process obsolete. This is because, according to them, all political contenders are ultimately on the same team. Dissidents are brutally assassinated. Some believe that US President JFK and former Pakistani Premier Ali Bhutto are amongst the victims who tried to fight against the New World Order. These future leaders of the world seek to control the population through mass extermination. Supposedly, they plan to cut the global population from 7 billion to 2 billion to reduce the possibility of rebellion. Everyone will be killed who doesn't belong to the elite or have specialized technical skills that will propel civilization forward, for example, doctors, scientists, and engineers. Major events throughout history, from the Crusades to the French Revolution and on to the Kosovo conflict and the Arab Spring, have all happened with the goal of bringing about a new world order. But is a global government a bad thing? Well, author Edwin Black says that the aim is to bring back a Nazi regime, a Fourth Reich. Writer Jim Marrs takes this even further, claiming that post-World War II America was infiltrated by Nazi sympathizers. Mars argues that in the 7 decades since the war, they have infiltrated US corporations and governments and installed Nazi values in the American system. This idea stems from Operation Paperclip. This was when US government agencies brought over 1,500 Nazi scientists, engineers, and technicians to the States to glean their expertise in aeronautical technology. The government also acquired businesses and conglomerates from former Nazis to bolster their national income. But when will the New World Order arrive? Well, some have seen Donald Trump's success in America's 2016 presidential elections as proof that the New World Order is now coming into being. Indeed, billionaire Trump is a unique president-elect because he has no prior political experience. He became a public figure on the back of his real estate empire and reality TV series. Trump's triumph could mark the advent of the New World Order. In fact, President of the Conference of European Rabbis, Rabbi Pinchas Goldschmidt, says exactly that. He also notes that far-right neo-Nazi groups across the world, like in France and Germany, are piggybacking on the outcome of this election to accumulate more power. Indeed, Brexit, the 2016 UK vote to withdraw from the European Union, is also viewed as an example of factions being pitted against each other to initiate a shift to the right wing. The true meaning of the New World Order, whether a general political term or a sinister underground political process, remains the subject of debate. For now, we can only hope that ballot box successes for Trump and Brexit and other right-wing governments and wars in Syria and the rest of the world do not mark the beginning of the global totalitarian master plan coming to fruition. You've been watching the New World Order Declassified. I hope this video was useful to you, because New World Order is something that crops up a lot in conspiracy theories and has actually turned up quite a lot in our videos, but it's never quite clear what it means. So I hope this video has given you a handle on what the New World Order refers to, whether you think it's a conspiracy theory or just a political term that presidents like to use. What do you think? Please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to learn more and explore more about the New World Order and global conspiracy theories, then please click on the box right next to me to discover more. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.